That like Canelo is amazing. I mean not just because of his ability and what he's accomplished, but the fact that he still has the desire for those training camps and those fights. But I just feel like that desire might be fading a little bit. Not because of his love for, but just because of age and like life. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like the Crawford fight. We'll definitely get him up for it. But I was actually watching that fight, thinking I wouldn't be surprised if he retired and actually didn't fight Crawford. The boxing world was thrown into a frenzy of shock and speculation when a darn of the sport's most influential promoters dropped a bombshell. Canelo Alvarez might walk away from boxing altogether rather than face Terence Crawford in their highly anticipated showdown set for September 13th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The revelation sent shockwaves across the combat sports community. This wasn't just another high-profile fight. It was being hailed as a historic clash, a true super fight with the potential to go beyond the sport itself and capture mainstream attention. But now with the bout in jeopardy, fans, analysts, and insiders are left scrambling to make sense of what could be the loss of a once-in-a-generation matchup. Online, forums, and social media have erupted with debate, with some arguing Canelo is making a wise business decision, while others accuse him of dodging a legitimate challenge that could define his legacy. In a candid and explosive interview with Boxing News, which has since gone viral, Hearn didn't hold back. He made a series of bold statements that have sparked one of the most passionate debates among boxing purists in recent memory. As chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Hearn defended Canelo's potential decision to step away, stressing that the four-division world champion has already achieved more than most fighters could dream of. According to Hearn, Canelo owes nothing to anyone at this stage of his storied career. He went on to argue that fighting a naturally smaller opponent like Crawford, who would be moving up 3 full weight classes, might not be worth the risk. If Canelo were to lose, it could damage the legacy he spent years building. These comments have ignited a broader discussion within the sport. What defines a legacy fight in modern boxing? Is facing Crawford a true test of greatness, or a trap that could rewrite Canelo's story in a way that overshadows everything he's already accomplished? The answers for now remain hotly contested. Several well-placed sources close to Canelo Alvarez's inner circle have quietly confirmed to various media outlets that the Mexican icon has serious reservations about the competitive legitimacy and historical weight of the proposed bout with Terence Crawford. These behind-the-scenes doubts have cast a long shadow over the planned September 13th super fight, throwing its status into uncertainty despite months of build-up from promoters and broadcasters eager to deliver one of the year's biggest events. Originally hailed as a dream matchup, a collision between boxing's undisputed pay-per-view megastar and the pound for lb technical wizard, the fight was seen as a once-in-a-lifetime event. But now, Canelo's hesitation to face an opponent jumping up from the 147 pounds welterweight division may derail the entire affair. While Crawford's skill set is undeniable, the drastic weight leap is raising questions for Canelo and his team. If this fight doesn't come together, it will join the long list of super fights that failed to materialize, leaving fans frustrated once again by boxing's complicated web of politics, financial negotiations, and competitive calculations, factors often overlooked by the general public, but deeply influential behind the scenes. Eddie Hearn, in his now widely discussed interview, offered key insights into Canelo's thinking. He emphasized Canelo's long-standing deliberate path through the weight classes, a sharp contrast to Crawford's aggressive leap over multiple divisions. Hearn highlighted how Canelo built his career by gradually climbing through each division, collecting belts the hard way, and proving himself against top-tier opponents every step of the way. By comparison, Crawford is attempting an unprecedented 3-division jump, bypassing the entire middleweight tier. Though Hearn was quick to praise Crawford's brilliance in the ring, he questioned whether it's fair or even Logical for someone to demand a championship shot in a division they've never fought in. This clash of ideologies, traditional boxing, progression versus modern super fight, ambition is at the heart of the current standoff. It underscores a broader struggle in today's boxing landscape. The tension between preserving the sport's competitive traditions and catering to a fan base hungry for high-stakes, high-drama spectacles. In an age where viral moments often eclipse hard-earned legacy, the sport finds itself at a crossroads torn between the values that built it and the demands of a fast-changing digital era. Crawford's camp responded with characteristic defiance and barely concealed frustration to her comments, immediately dismissing them as weak excuses from Team Canelo, designed to avoid what they see as an inevitable showdown. Manager Brian McIntyre's passionate, exploitative-laden rebuttal to ESPN reporters claimed in no uncertain terms that Crawford would dominate Canelo at any weight they chose to fight, whether at middleweight, super middleweight, or anywhere in between, and strongly suggested that all this retirement talk was merely a smokescreen to avoid facing the formidable challenge that Crawford represents. This fiery exchange, played out across various media platforms, has not only intensified speculation surrounding a potential matchup, but has also exposed the deep divisions between the two camps about what constitutes a legitimate challenge in today's evolving boxing landscape. With Crawford's team embracing the modern super fight mentality, while Canelo's side appears more wedded to traditional notions of weight class, propriety, and earned opportunities, a philosophical clash that reflects broader debates currently shaping the future of the sport at its highest levels. The proposed September 13th date carries special significance far beyond just another boxing event, as it falls during the coveted Mexican Independence Day weekend that has become Canelo's personal thumb in the boxing calendar. Over the past decade, this annual tradition has seen Canelo headline 8 consecutive September events that have collectively generated well over 5 million